Hello again. Today we're going to be doing a short startup tutorial and takeoff and flight of the A37 Dragonfly. I hope you enjoy. So we're here in the A37 Dragonfly in Mike Triple Sierra, Pongo International Airport in the military area. We're going to be doing a startup tutorial, like I said, so let's get into it. First thing that can come on is make sure inlet screen is up, anti-collision beacon on, warning lights can stay where they are, navigation lights bright and steady. Inverter can go to spare, battery can come on, compass will begin aligning, and your fuel will start rising, your clock will also start up. Now I have quite a bit of fuel on board. I don't think a full tank. No, I do not have full. So right here, this needle, the right needle on the left gauge that's marked with a T is the total fuel on board. So it looks like we have 18,000 pounds of fuel on board, and 5,000 of that is on the, or 500, sorry, 500 of that is on the fuselage tank, and the rest is in the tip tanks, the wing tip tanks. So we shall continue. Canopy open. Make sure the controls are free and clear. Left cutoff, right cutoff valve is closed. Yaw dampener can be on, inverter to main. Generators off, battery is on. Engine start. This is very important. Engine start left. On. We are waiting for 7 RPM, 700 I believe, RPM. It'll start making a clicking noise, clicking noise, clicking noise. Okay, we're almost at 7. We can now introduce fuel in the left engine. Fuel is introduced. It's a bit of a loud plane, so we'll turn the volume down. Now we're waiting till 4,000 RPM. Or 40,000 RPM, I'm not really sure. But I think it's 4,001. We're waiting for that and watching our engine temperature. Okay, it's getting a little bit hot. I like to wait until the start of the green. We can now turn off our engine start. It'll peak there, it should stay, but as long as this stabilizes at 50, doesn't drop, this will start to come down, and once it stabilizes at around 400 C, it's fully started. Should be fuel flow gauges to 300,000 pints per hour, I guess. Oil pressure is at, I don't know, 15. Yeah, it looks like 15 psi or 16 psi on the left engine. We're good. We have good hydraulic pressure in the green. That means we have a solid engine start. Yeah, let's just repeat the process for the next engine. Okay, I have started the right engine. As you can see, all the values are the same. Fuel flow, pressure, and RPM is the same. So now we're going to turn on our generator. Left on, right on. And you can see that it's taking a little bit of load. That should slowly start dropping as the battery that we used goes like that. Because we used a lot of battery starting it. Okay, now we can shut the canopy, and the canopy switch is down here. You hold it down backwards when you want it to close. It's on a little motor, so you have to hold it down. So I'm holding it back now. You can see the shadows. Canopy's closing. There it is. Now you let it go, and this switch will lock. If you want to open it, you do that. Okay, canopy is locked. Engine good. Engine temperature is good. We have wind tank selected. And this is a little bit confusing. So if you want to, right now, we're using fuel from the fuselage tank. We have 3 tanks right now because we don't have underwing tanks. The 3 tanks available. We have fuselage tank. We have wing tank. Or no, we have fuselage tank and then we have tip tanks. There is no wing tank. Right now, since we have tip tanks off, we are only using from the fuselage tank. So this F right here is what we're using for. If we want to use from the tip tank, we can select this on and on. Now it'll begin using from the tip tank. And if we want to dump from the tip tank, drain fuel, say it's too heavy, we can drain all this by using them down, bringing them. You can also test the gauges, and they go all the way to 0 if you hold that down. Okay, and another thing that I want to talk about is the airspeed. Since this is a fast airplane, this, I'm going to call it a barber's pole, because that's what it's called in the Airbus. And other airliners, it's called the barber's pole. The barber's pole in the airspeed is the VNE, United Exceed Speed, and it's in increments of 100 knots. The yellow line is the one-engine stall speed I have discovered, which is the blue line in any multi-engine that ever exists now. We have a regular artificial horizon, well, not regular, but old-style cover altimeter that's set. That is a little bit odd. Right now this is saying 2027. I don't know why it's like this, but I kind of like it. I find it easy. And then we have our compass. I don't know why it's counting. I think it's a clock. I really haven't figured that out yet. I think it's part of the clock, which we also have here, right there. And we have our G sensors we can reset. Have dual VOR and glide slope and localizer actually. So if we want, we can set 116.5 and I'm not sure why it's not working. It is 116.5 in real life. It might not be. Yeah, it is 116.5. Sometimes the VORs in the simulator are not what they are in real life, but you know how it is. I can try this one maybe. 116.5. There we go. That one's working. I don't know why this one isn't. So we can set maybe. Since we're on runway 33, then maybe 154. You can see the OBS right here at the top of the VOR, and then it's deflected way to the right because we're there. And we have Yankee Sierra Victor, 0.3 nautical miles, 126 degrees. Less than 1 nautical mile, dinner thing. Okay, so we can go parking brake off, and right when you take the parking brake off, we will begin to start moving, test the controls, left wing good, right wing is good, elevator is good, and rudder is good. Check. So I'm going to taxi to the runway 33, and I'll be back when I'm at the holding point. Hey guys, we're back. So we're here at Bravo holding point runway 33, and I have two things that I want to mention about this airplane. So if we come down here on the instrument panel, you see we have inlet screens. And if we come outside on the aircraft, we can see in front of the air intakes right here that there is sort of a grate. That's the inlet screen. So right now they're selected as up. If I select them to down, you can see they pulled away and back down. Up, they go up. And good practice for anything is to have on the ground, have them up, covering the air intakes until you are on the run. And on final, when you put the gear down, put them down. And then once you get to taxi speed, you can put them back up. And if you want to release your inner bush pilot and you're landing on some, let's just say, unimproved fields, as in dirt, as in Puerto Vallarta, or anything around here in El Salvador or anywhere in the world, you must leave them up always. If you are on dirt and they are down, as in not covering the air intake, your engines will flame out after a certain amount of time because they are ingesting dirt, and that's not good. So yeah, those are the two things I wanted to mention. And also, if you don't start it like I did, if you don't wait until, or if you let your engine temperature exceed 750 Celsius, it will start on fire, and you'll have to restart the flight. So just keep that in mind. It's very, very touchy. If you let it get like 40, 45 RPM, I'm going to say, or 50, without turning the starter off, it's going to overheat, and you're going to have to restart the engine. So keep that in mind. So, let's continue. We are set here on the taxiway. We've asked for permission to continue taxiing. So that's a little bit of power. Turn on the landing lights, which are right here on both the wings. And we have a taxi light in the nose. Let's get yourself lined up for the runway. Let's get our flaps down. And I want to show you guys the air brake, which is, if you notice behind the engines, they have little flaps that deflect the exhaust. Which is pretty cool. I mean, they're not reversers, but it's pretty cool. And underneath the nose, you can see a little flap there, which makes sure that it pushes you up when you hit the air brake, so you don't. It kind of counteracts the loss of lift. Although it's not like a normal air brake that's on the wings that adds a lot of induced drag. It just adds like form drag. So we got our flaps, controls are tested, canopies locked and down. So now we're good for takeoff. If you're alive, 100 knots. 150, rotate. Gear can come up. Sorry about that lag. Gear can come up. Landing and taxi lights can come off. And as long as you keep the throttle the engine temperature and the hydraulic pressure and oil pressure in the green, which is not hard to do. You'll stay safe. Have fun flight. Hope to see you out there.